I don't know if you've seen the latest patch notes for season 1, but oh boy, shit is nuts. So, I mean, we're pretty much got nerfed to the ground. Most classes have been. Sorcerer has been just deleted. It's not a class anymore. Barbarian, who cares? I mean, right? Like, nobody's playing it anymore, so whatever, right? Let's just throw it in the garbage bin. Yeah, I mean, I would love to say that I'm surprised at this point, but I'm really not. Blizzard seem to be... I mean, they seem to completely out of touch. They're out of touch with the community, I think, and they probably live on another universe at this point, I would say. I don't know who makes these decisions or who spearhead these kind of like choices for the game. It seems to me that a lot of their philosophy and design are constantly going towards the side of, oh, let's make this game as frustrating as we can for the players. I really don't get it. They try to, in the last patch notes, to kind of give reasons a little bit, I guess, for why they chose certain things. And I know that the developers have already planned a campfire chat to, talk about some of the reasons why they picked up certain choices. And I know that now, since there was an uproar from the community that they basically said, oh, we're gonna just, revert some of these changes. Is it enough? I don't know. I don't know what's up really with them. It's pretty disappointing. I think game has been out now for 1 month, a little bit more than 1 month, and honestly, I don't understand. For example, let's talk about the vulnerable changes. We all, I think, knew that vulnerable was kind of an issue. What do I mean with issue? I mean that it was, because it's its own bucket calculation for the damage. We all know that what it means is that everybody wanted more vulnerable damage. It's scaled differently than other sources of damage, so it was very important for most builds really to have vulnerable damage. What was their solution to solve this problem? To just nerf it to the ground, right? Obviously. Now, what I do not understand really is the idea of having a certain, let's say, design decision, which is, oh, this is how our game works. It works with vulnerable damage. Vulnerable damage scales in this way. Then you release the game without noticing that it's kind of obviously a problem, that it's overwhelmingly better as a source of damage rather than others. And then you let it pass for more than 1 month, and then you decide to nerf it alongside so many other nerfs. I mean, even if you're right? I don't know if you're following, but even if Blizzard was right to say, okay, we need to nerf it, it's really way too much. We need to find a way for other players to stack other sources of damage, right? You would still need to basically... I mean, you shouldn't do it. It doesn't make any sense for me. Why? Because you shouldn't have done it in the first place. Perception, I think, in games is everything. Community perception, community, I wouldn't say hope, but, like, hype is essential. And releasing a patch with so many nerfs to so many of the classes, to so many of the mechanics, to experience vulnerable damage, to all the things that we've been learning how to make, progress with before Season 1 comes out, just doing it 1 day before feels very anticlimactic, feels enraging for most of us. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. I understand maybe the point of, but it makes sense from a statistical point of view. Maybe they have the numbers and their numbers say, oh, this is clearly wrong, that is clearly wrong. I get it. Cool. Even if that's the case, you can't do that 1 day before the new patch comes out. you're just gonna kill perception. So, however we want to spin this, whether we want to believe in their goodwill or not believe in their goodwill, it's still just completely ridiculous what they've been doing, I think, in my opinion. And it doesn't do a whole lot to the game. And all it does is that now people are logging in and they don't like the game anymore. Their characters got weak. So it's like, why? Some of the answers were, oh, because new powers are coming out. You're gonna be fine. Yeah, sure, of course we're gonna be fine. I mean, we can still play the game, right? Sure, we can still play the game. That's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about here is community perception, the vibe overall, and the idea that a developer cannot keep kind of like making the gamers feel as if the people playing their games as if they should be punished constantly. I know that we had some wins. I know that we had now Altars of Lilith are account wide, and I know that they've been listening to a couple of things, but not enough, Blizzard. Not enough, really. Up your game. I think you gotta. It's good that they've been listening to feedback, but we need more. We need more, and I also don't think that this really doesn't make sense that we still don't have stash tab space. We still don't have space for the gems. I mean, what the hell, right? What the hell? Anyway, am I still gonna be playing Diablo for Season 1? Yeah, I think I'm quite addicted to gameplay, honestly. This is what Blizzard has always been really good at, and this is why I still love their games, because they feel incredible to play. They're very responsive. I love the sound. I love how snappy combat feels. So, of course, I'm gonna keep playing. Am I happy with the direction the game is going, though? No, not really. And one more thing. Even if all of these changes were for the good of the game, do we want to wait for a game to be good? Do we want to have this kind of vibe with games, whereas we need to be like constantly like, oh, this is for the future of the game, it's gonna be better in the future? Or do we want the game to be good now? And in my opinion, a game should feel good now. If they release a game where vulnerable damage is the best thing, then just leave it in. Currently, they nerf it, and what happens is nothing changes. We're still gonna be stacking vulnerable damage. We're still gonna be stacking crit chance and crit damage, and that's gonna be it. Have we really changed anything in the game? No. If anything, we made it even more important for people to stack what we were stacking before. So overall, I really tried to see any sense in these changes, but I don't, and I understand honestly why some of the players are going a little bit insane right now, and there's like crazy theories circulating about how we've been nerfed to the ground because basically we need to feed Bobby Kotick and make him buy another yacht because we gotta all play Season 1 instead of playing the Eternal Realms, and basically the whole reason we got nerfs is that we shouldn't be playing Eternal Realms. It is what it is, guys. Let's hope for the future. Let's hope they listen. Keep complaining. Keep being constructive. Don't be assholes, I would say. Just let's try to make the best of it and make our voices heard. This was Mirganar. Out of here. Ciao.